This is Real Dilemma Podcast with Regina and Dorcas.
Hey guys, welcome to Real Dilemma Podcast. We are your favorite hosts, Regina and
I'm Dorcas.
Dorcas, yes. How have you been?
I'm good. I've got the flu.
You got the flu?
Yeah, you can tell from. Sorry guys, my voice is bad. Got the cold. I thought it was gone, and then my boy gave it to me again.
Stay away from me, Sha. Don't give me anything.
No, you're telling me stay away from me. If your husband has the flu and he wants to kiss you, will you tell him stay away from me?
No.
You would risk your nose
I'll
and your
collect the
throat
flu.
for the flu.
Yeah.
Good,
Anyway,
yeah.
welcome guys. Welcome to another episode. We've missed you guys, haven't we?
Yeah, just 1 week.
Yeah. Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, for them it's a week. For us it's
Yeah,
slightly
so
more.
yeah, welcome. Thank you for always stopping by. If you're a new subscriber, a new watcher, a new listener, thank you. You're welcome. We'd love to have you here. Don't forget to subscribe, like our videos, and listen to us wherever you listen to your podcasts. Well, I'll say that, but at the moment we're just on Spotify. So let's
Mostly
not
Spotify.
lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just listen to us on Spotify and YouTube for now, okay?
Yeah,
and follow
yeah.
us on TikTok.
Oh,
what
we're
else?
very active on TikTok. So
Yeah,
on TikTok.
on
yeah.
TikTok, Instagram, and all that. Yeah, so thank you so much. So, what are we talking about today? Actually, I've got something to talk about. I don't know if I should call it a rant,
Okay.
but it's been on my mind, yeah. And I don't know if anyone relates to this. Like thinking about what you're going to eat or what you're going to cook. For me, it's like the biggest stress.
It is stressful. It is.
It's so stressful. I don't know about you, but oh my
is.
God. It's like,
I think what makes it worse, for me, thinking about what I'll eat is stressful. But sometimes I can just take Gary and granola. For those of you who know the mix.
Gary and granola.
Yeah, like if I can't be asked, if it's just
Wait,
me.
speaking of Gary and granola, are you one of those that add milk to the
Standard.
Oh my God.
No. Wait. Tell me how you take your
Do
Gary.
you know what? Let me tell you, right? I'm a convert. But before I became a convert, right, I used to just simple Gary, sugar, granules, like a normal human being, right?
Wait.
But lately, since I got married, my husband introduced me to this milk thing, and I'm like, initially for like a year or so, I really kicked against it.
What
Like,
kind of milk?
Who does that? Pig milk, powdered milk.
Okay.
Like
That's how it should be had. That's how it should be had.
how?
Why are you taking Gary without milk?
Why are you taking Gary with milk?
If you're taking it without milk, it feels like you're suffering. For me, that's how I feel. I feel like
Your
I'm
forefathers,
suffering.
did they take Gary with milk?
That's because they could not afford milk.
Wow.
No, because
Not
how am I
coming
taking
from a
Gary?
whole
I would
generation.
take Gary without milk if I'm taking it with like moi moi. I'm taking it with beans. So I'm taking it with something. But if I'm just taking Gary as a meal, because I can't take Gary as a meal. No, Gary is a meal. It's very filling.
Okay.
I can take it as a meal. If I'm taking Gary as a meal, Gary. Oh, wait, guys. I need to be graphic with this.
Graphic, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So imagine a bowl, yeah? You put your Gary, and then you put like a few ice cubes. Then
Wow.
don't add the water yet. Just follow me. You add the few ice cubes.
Okay.
You put your granite. Enough granite. Granite is not good for me, but I still take it because it makes me break out.
Yeah.
Granite.
Same.
And then powdered milk. Sometimes
The milk is more than the
The
Gary.
milk-
Oh my God. I know what you're talking
the
about.
milk
It's
is
so
more than a
bloody
Gary.
creamy.
And then when you add the water and you stir that shit up. No, that's a proper meal. You know what? After having that kind of meal,
What happens?
sleep. You're knocked out.
That's a struggle meal. That's what that's called.
No, it's not.
It is a struggle meal.
You know what I think is a struggle
Do you
meal?
know, some people even, they will add the Gary, they put a bit of water, and they let it soak.
Okay, that's a struggle meal. That's when it is a struggle meal. Like, you're trying to fill up.
Oh my God.
You're trying to get satisfied by, maybe the Gary is not much and then they're doing that, but no.
Anyway, let's go back to what we're talking about.
Yeah, so you were ranting about food.
Yeah, food. Thinking about what to eat is actually so stressful.
It is stressful.
Like, I don't know if, like, especially, okay, for me, it's easy actually for me if I'm on my own because I can survive on noodles or cereal. Yours is Gary, mine is cereal. Like cereal, I can eat cereal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's me, right?
Yeah.
Or Indomie. Give me Indomie, I'm good with egg or whatever it is. But now having a family, it's like, ugh. And then you have picky eaters. It's so annoying. You have picky eaters. And then like my son
wants something else.
And my girl, they're fine. They can eat whatever. But my middle child doesn't eat. He doesn't even eat rice in an African home. Imagine the stress, right? So it's like having to think about what they're gonna eat, and then asking, and then I'll go to my husband and say, "Oh, babe, what do you want to eat?"
Something different.
I don't know, anything. Anything is nothing.
It is. It's nothing.
I'm coming to ask you because I don't know what I want or what I want to cook. I'm hoping that, okay, you would, give me an idea.
Yeah, like give me options.
But then most of the time it's like, anything.
You know what my husband says? He'll be like, if I say, what do you want to eat? He'll say, what do you have? And I'm like, what?
I don't have anything.
What? You know what we have. Like, what do you have? Give me options. Give me options.
Guys, if it's a stress for you,
it is stressful.
If it's something that you struggle with, please leave a comment below, because trust me, it
is stressful.
Looking forward to it. Anyway, that's my rant.
I think so for my rant, I think being that we're Africans, I feel like my rant would be how much responsibility comes on your shoulder as you grow older. So as you grow older and you're married, you're thinking about, in your case, thinking about like food for yourself, for the family, and everybody wants different food. In my case, the older you get, everybody just starts to look at you like an auntie. Right. And then everybody's calling you for one thing or the other.
Yeah.
I'm still that small girl. Right. Guys, slow down.
Slow down.
Like, even the people that you used to call aunties,
they're now looking to you like,
yeah,
you're on the, babe, how far? It's like, babe, when did we become cool like that?
And it's cool, but sometimes it's just like, sometimes it's not even about money. It's just like, even for like advice and stuff. And people are looking to you to have wisdom.
I guess it's part of being an adult, which actually is a great segue into what we're going to talk about today. Okay, so we're going to be talking about adulting and the realities of adulting, right?
Yo, I'm ready. I'm ready.
You know that song, Adulthood
Nah Scam?
Yeah.
What's her name? The name of the artist?
Lade, I think it's Lade something.
Yeah.
Right? Adulthood Na Scam, you better
get them for your mind. You have to hustle 2-4-7, make a living. Nobody go ask if you don't chop. Nobody go send you free money.
If you don't ask now, you sabi.
Adulthood Na Scam.
Guys, sadly, adulthood is a scam, guys. It's the biggest scam ever.
It is.
Don't grow old.
Don't.
If you have a choice.
If you're a teenager, grow old, but teenagers, everybody looking to get older because you want that freedom. Oh, I'm an adult now. I can go out when I want. The only thing we really want is freedom.
Yeah, but that freedom comes with a lot of things.
It does. It comes with a lot
of responsibility. And for me, like, I think I'll ask you a question, right? When did you feel like when did adulting like hit you in the face? Like, when did you really feel like, damn, I'm adulting?
This is Real Dilemma Podcast with Regina and Dorcas.
Above and stuff, right? But when did the reality really like hit you in the face?
I was going to say when I got married, but that would be a lie. Because I was a kid. I wasn't a kid, but I was young, so I wouldn't say it. I think it really hit me when I got like my first. What year was that? 2019, 2020. When I started like working in like a corporate setting.
Okay.
So before the corporate job, I was working in like the media space.
Right.
So I don't know. Does my voice sound sexy? It's just me in my head.
No, it's not sexy, girl. Don't. It sounds a bit.
It's giving me in my head. It's sounding sexy. You know when you lose your voice, but I digress. Okay. So when I got into the corporate space,
okay,
because I felt like I had to deal with adults. By adults, I mean like older, like men in their 50s, in their 60s. I worked with the police force for a bit. Okay. So I felt like that was. And then I had to work with people that were like my dad's mates.
Right.
I had to speak to them. I had to act like responsibly. In the media space, you can wear like tracks to work.
Right.
But there I had to wear like corporate outfits, heels, look all serious. So I think that's when I started feeling like, okay,
Okay.
You can't be running around like a baby anymore.
You're not a child anymore.
Yeah, you're an adult. You're responsible for people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, obviously when I got into uni, I felt like I became an adult, right? Because I had more responsibilities on my shoulders.
Did you in uni?
Bills. Yeah, because one, in terms of freedom, because I was like away from mommy's house.
Okay, that freedom.
I left home for school, so I was on my own. I started like being in charge of paying my rent. Excuse me, of paying bills.
Wait, quick question. Mm-hmm. Is it like almost normal for most people in uni here in the UK to pay their bills in uni?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what accommodation you're in. If you're in like halls and like you get like student accommodation, you could pay everything inclusive. It's all inclusive.
But most times, is it like your parents that will pay, or?
It depends on your family dynamics. Most times the parents will pay, but it depends.
Okay, most times.
If you're working and you have money and maybe you don't have parents and stuff, you'll be the one to shoulder it.
Okay.
But because you get into uni at 18 here, but in Dublin it's like 17. I got into uni. Okay. So it's just a year different. But like in terms of I started shouldering my own, like being responsible for my own self. I have to cook for my own self. It was all about me. So I felt like, okay, I'm an adult because I'm a big girl. Yeah. But I feel like the reality of adulting didn't kick in till around 2020, 2021 for me as well.
So after marriage?
Very recent. Yeah, because when I first got married, adulting didn't really kick in because, I'm with my guy and we're chilling, we're flexing.
The husband will be pampering you.
Like we're chilling, we're flexing. Had my first child. Still not really adulting like that because we're still young and bubbling. Second child, started kicking in small.
I'm all kicked in.
But I feel like the reason I said 2021 is because that's when I had my last child, right? And I feel like that's when and then it was just after like the whole lockdown season, COVID season. Yeah, and I feel like that's when I felt like, damn, this is real. I had like a moment then and, having to decide where I want to be career-wise, starting a business. So many things were happening that year that I really felt like an adult, that I'm like, yeah, I really need to take certain decisions. And it wasn't easy, but I mean, that's when I really felt like an adult. I would lie. Being responsible for myself, not just myself, 3 lives, and then also
4, your husband inclusive.
I mean, he's a grown man. He can take care of himself, but still, yeah, I get what you mean. Like 4 people, and myself, paying bills, buying a house, just things like that we never used to do as kids, and that's when it really kicked in for me. I was going to say something. I lost my train of thought now, actually.
I agree with you. So I feel like for most people, they tend to feel like when they have that much pressure on their shoulders, for the most part, trying to figure out yourself, trying to figure out what career path you want to take, trying to figure out different things, like trying to make responsible decisions, like you said.
Yeah.
So I feel like once people start making or thinking about those things, then they start to feel like, damn, I'm an adult.
I'm an adult.
But if it's just 1 or 2 things, like maybe paying your bills, but after school you go back home to your family house, you still don't really feel it.
Yeah, but the food, I mean, we are adults. To be less deeper, we're in our 30s, so we are adults.
Don't loud it.
Sorry, I won't really. Every time I say it, she feels some type of way. But we are adults. But when we sang that song, there's a line in that song that really stood out to me. And it's funny because I've not heard that song in a long time. And for some reason today, I decided to go listen to it again. And as I was driving, I was like, oh. And this line really stuck out. The line that says, nobody go ask if you don't chop. Nobody go send you free money.
Free money.
It basically means no one would ask you if you've eaten, are you okay? Like, ain't nobody got time. Yeah. And then no one will send you free money. And I thought about it. I was like, wait, do people used to send free money?
Yeah.
And I remembered that when we were younger, right, back in Nigeria, like it's actually a culture thing to when like you have aunties and uncles and grandparents come to you and they're leaving. What do? They tend to give you money. They will dash you like.
And that's why I asked that question if it's different over here, because back in Nigeria, you're in uni, your parents are sending you money. your aunties are sending you money till your final year.
Really?
Your parents have. My dad paid my house rent from year 1. In fact, my diploma days till year.
Are you serious?
Till,
I think you're privileged.
Final year.
I feel like here as well, if you're privileged to have parents that can do that, mostly they do. But I feel like because a lot of time when people are in uni or over the age of 18, they tend to work alongside uni. So we
would still work.
They tend to shoulder some bills. They might not take over everything, and their parents might still pay like things like accommodation, but little things like other things they will have to sort themselves out, unless they are like fully, like their parents are, they're fully privileged and their parents pay for everything. But for me personally, my mom used to give me money because it's something that, you know, she'd always done, like from so she'd give me, it wasn't a lot, but it was something. Thank you, mom. Like she'd give me like 50 euro here and there, you know, when I go home. And my mom, being an African woman, she will hold it and make me come home.
To get it,
to get that money, because she knows that if she's like sending it via like
there'll be no need for you to come. When you have money to chill, why are you going home?
So she was like, if you want your money, you come home. So obviously I'd go home for it. But she did up until like when I got grants, and that's another thing that we have here, and I'm sure the UK as well as Ireland. In the UK, I think they've got like student loan and things like that. In Ireland, you get like a student grant, and you don't necessarily need to pay it back, which is great.
You don't necessarily need to pay
the
back.
The Irish system is way better than the UK system.
You don't necessarily need to pay back.
You don't pay back. Your first degree is like if you're an Irish citizen, it's covered.
So it's free money.
It's free education, like free. You get not free education. It's your tuition. English. Your tuition is like covered for you and stuff.
Well, that's
like that.
good.
Yeah. And then you can get a grant on top of that for maintenance.
Lovely.
So you get like 600 euro.
What am I doing here?
That's how my children now, all of them get Irish passport. When it's time to go to uni, I swear. Basically, so like when I got to the stage where I was entitled, because I obviously got my citizenship later on. So when I got to the stage where I was entitled to the grant, then my mom really just hands off.
You're like, now the government's property.
I'm telling you, but
no, that's good.
So I was talking about that part where they send you free money, and I was like thinking about it when we were younger, right? We used to get money, but we didn't deep it, and I didn't even realize because I grew up. I left Nigeria when I was young, right? So growing up in Ireland, it wasn't a thing. But I now noticed, because whenever my mom comes over and she's like coming to visit, every time, I kid you not, every time she leaves, she's always giving my kids like
is it thing
£10, £20. She always even since they were like little
would
ones.
I call it culture? But that's
it's a culture thing. It's a culture thing. And I remember when I went to visit someone, this was when I was newly wedded, and my husband, we were leaving the place, and my husband was like, we had cash, and he was like, give the child. And I'm like, what do you mean give the child £20?
Yeah, you have to. But if you have.
Like, I started realizing that, it is part of the culture. And I thought back when I was listening to the song today, I was like, that's
the free money she was talking about.
Like aunties and uncle come, they'll give you 15 naira, they'll give you 100 naira, they'll give you 20. It's little money, but it's still money. Nowadays, who gives you money?
Let's even take it a step further. As a girl, as a babe, as a babe in uni. Now, when you're younger, your aunties will give you money. But in uni, you just walk on the road. That's in Nigeria. In this country.
Not here, please, I beg.
You just walk on the road. Fine girl. Do you want like a Sarah?
Are you serious?
Come, let me buy you chin chin.
Oh gosh.
Like
y'all are so cheap.
No, I'm just not literally, but I'm saying people would just give you money for looking good.
Wow.
As a fine girl.
What if you're not a fine girl?
I'm sorry for you. Wow. I'm really sorry. But it's the truth. It's the fine girl privilege. It's just what it is.
Pretty girl privilege.
Pretty girl privilege. Is that PGP? Is that what's called? Yeah. But there's such a thing. That's why. Let me not even go into that complexion and stuff. But they would give you money for just looking good. Although obviously they have ulterior motives, and that's when you have to use.
Have ulterior
and that's when you have to
use your sense.
Use your sense, exactly.
But so what things, apart from like things that we've mentioned, what other things like show or talk about adulthood? Like
adulthood. Okay, I want to talk about the video I sent to you that your friend posted about how she's trying to figure out herself.
Okay.
She's trying to find out what she wants to do with her career. She's trying to. Adulthood for women is slightly different. For men, it's mostly career. For women, you're thinking about your biological clock if you're not married. If you don't have kids, you're thinking about aging. It's a thing.
All right.
So it's a lot for women, I would say. So I feel like all those little things put together just adds to that pressure of, why is adulting so tough?
It is quite difficult because even like with navigating careers and stuff, it's like trying to figure things out, trying to figure out where I want to be, trying to figure out like what's the next move.
And guess what? While you're trying to figure out your next move, you get a brilliant idea. Oh, I want to do this. Let me try it. And if you're brave enough, you go for it and you try it. And then it doesn't work. And then you have to try something else. And then by the time you're 35, you look back and you realize you've tried like 5 things and nothing has worked. Depression starts to set in. because you're thinking about the future and you're like, so what am I going? I'm almost 40 now. No, I'm not almost 40. But for someone who's like 35 or 36 and you're like, I'm almost 40. I haven't done this. I've tried this. I've tried this. I've tried that.
That's pressure.
It didn't work.
That's a lot of. I feel that a lot of people put a lot of pressure on themselves because they feel.
Where do you think that pressure comes from?
So many places. It comes from societal pressure, family pressure, self-inflicted pressure. It's just. I think it's part of life. I feel people need to try and navigate that and just take things a step at a time, because when we're young, I feel like where you are right now as a person is once used to be your prayer point or your hope or your like, I feel like it used to be something you dreamed of. No matter how right now you might think, oh, I'm not in the place I want to be, but deep it, where you are right now is way better than where you're coming from most of the time. And it is for most people, it is what you were praying for back then. Because, for example, when you're young, you've always prayed. When under your parents' roof, you're like, oh, I can't wait to be an adult. I can't wait to have my own house. I can't wait to be free. I can't wait to have a car. A lot of people are where they used to wish. Yeah, right. True. And that's why I'm always saying, like, enjoy the process, enjoy the journey, enjoy every stage that you're in or you're at, because
what does it say?
You can never like go back there, and it's better to just be in the moment, enjoy it, and then obviously plan for the future, but don't forget to enjoy the moment. I don't know how we've got to
yeah.
Oh, sorry. 5 more. Why are you laughing?
Because you forgot to put your phone on silent.
Sorry. So I feel like we need to just, in as much as we're talking about adulthood being a scam and stuff, it is, I won't lie, but it's great. It's still great. Actually, that's a lie. It's not really great, but still, everyone's gonna grow. That's one constant thing in life, aging and growing and stuff. And it's great when you grow, but a little like advice, take it or not take it. Yeah. If you're a young person in their teens or in their early 20s, enjoy the stage. Like, don't be in a rush, man. Don't be in a rush. Whatever. See, you will still get there. Oh, you're young, you're female, or you're a guy. I want to have sex. You will get there. You go have the sex, so you will have it. You go tire you.
Don't rush it. Truth. Basically, don't rush it. Enjoy every stage.
Enjoy every moment. Be in your moment. Have fun with your peers, your friends. Create memories.
See, oh my God, it's easy to say.
It's hard.
I really do think it comes with age
and experience.
I think it comes with age. It comes with experience, going through things, and then you realize, I'm at this stage now. Your mindset starts to change when you start to get older.
Yeah.
I feel like the way I think now, I wish I had thought this way, but there is no way I would have thought this way at 25.
There's no way, yeah.
Exactly. So
but
now
there's some people that will think that way at 25 or at 21.
Very few people.
So that's why I'm saying it. Like, I know it's hard. People might not take the advice.
I saw a really good quote that said, depression is thinking about the past,
Ugh.
and then anxiety is worrying about the future.
Facts.
So basically, if you're in the moment and you're not thinking so much about the past and you're not worrying about the future, bliss.
Yeah, I agree with
You'll
you.
enjoy every moment. It might be difficult to get to that point of bliss, but just don't be too hard on yourself. Just don't be too hard on yourself.
Everything is not what it cut out to be. So enjoy where you are right now. Plan for the future, yes, but just be in the moment and live your life. Don't worry too much about the future, actually, because things will pan out the way it's meant to be. You know, just make your plans, make your, what do you guys call it, the thing you sent to me, what, the vision,
like a vision board. Yeah,
make your vision board, do your whole manifesting and your praying and everything.
Ooh,
but after doing everything, just be in the moment and live your life and enjoy your youngness. Is that a word?
Yeah, we'll take it. It's a word. And then if you're trying to get somewhere, you have ideas in your head. Sometimes people have like mental pictures of what they like, want their life to be like. Just if you can see it, start working towards it. If that person is someone who carries herself a certain way, it means you need to work on your confidence. Work on your confidence. If that person is someone who slays with their outfit, start working on your fashion sense. If that person is someone who looks good with makeup, learn makeup. It's on YouTube. You don't have to go to like a YouTube makeup studio to learn. Like, just start working towards who you want yourself to be in the future.
Work towards your goals and what you want to do, but at the same time, just enjoy
the moment. Worry less.
That's the worry less, man. Worry less, because there's so many things. I would have loved to end on something, but we don't have the time for it. But just worry less and enjoy your youth.
Yeah, really enjoy.
We're enjoying our youth.
Have fun. Make meaningful friendships.
Yes.
Be happy. In every stage you find yourself, be happy. Find that happiness. You can only make yourself happy. No one will make you happy.
Facts.
Find it.
And that's on period. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I mean,
lovely.
If you enjoyed it, if you relate with anything we've said, please leave a comment down below. And if you don't relate as well, leave a comment down below.
Oh yeah, I would also like to give a quick shout out to the few people, about 2 or 3 people who commented in our last video. The one about see me, and then they were like, what do you actually mean by see me?
Came for you.
And then I went with my own account on YouTube. I was like, this is what I meant. Guys, I love it. Keep the comments coming, guys. Keep the comments coming. You have been
engaging and we do appreciate it. So please keep your comments coming. Follow us on all platforms. Subscribe to our channels. And we love you. And we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.